time we will talk something about the tests. Now we would like to know who are all suffering. So for that what we need is, so a test becomes very important. When the whole country is suffering, to whom this country people will go? It's not like one person and one doctor. It's a mass. So this situation is an acute disease. The onset is sudden because it is and spreading fastly. Rapid decisions. The test should also give a result very rapidly. That is why we get the test rapid test. But remember, the test should give a correct inference so that we can prevent the spread and treat the person, isolate the person. It should give a concrete proof. So what is this concept of this? We'll see. But remember, this test is not just a test. It's going to decide a person's life. So at least we should know some basic facts about any test so that we will be prepared to have the test. Right now, in the present situation where everyone is talking about a new test, the rapid test, there is a curiosity to know about that particular test. So here I have attempted to say some basic details without using technical words so that a common man will have basic knowledge why it is done, what is the inference. Any test is done to confirm a diagnosis when we suspect a disease in a person who has some symptoms. If it confirms, it is a confirmative test. Now the situation is, I don't know whom to suspect. So what I am doing a test to confirm whether I can suspect this person. In other words, this test is done to isolate the suspects. It collects all the suspects, and in this collected group of suspects, I do a confirmative test. I know it is very difficult as far as time is concerned in making a video like this without missing any information which you all want to know. So what I have done, I have split the video into portions so that you can view it at your convenience. Gives a base on which we will build the next one to understand the rapid test. So please listen, just 10 minutes of your precious time. Enough. If you understand this video, the next one will be just easy to follow. Antigen, antibody. Well, this is the right time to know what is an antigen and what is an antibody. What is antigen? Anything which does not belong to a person is called an antigen. Anything foreign to him. Our body knows each and every cell and each and every tissue and each and every organ. This is my cell, my tissue, my organ. If anything else enters into your body which does not belong to our body, that is called an antigen. Examples: a virus does not belong to us, so it's an antigen. A bacteria, a fungi, these are all living things which may cause diseases. There are non-living things, example, pollen, chemical, toxins. These three, pollen, chemical, toxins, etc., they will not produce disease. They may produce allergic reactions. Mostly non-living things, they produce allergic reactions. Living things, they produce disease. So antigen is nothing but anything foreign which does not belong to our body is called antigen. Here, the example we are going to talk about is the virus, which does not belong to us. So the virus is the antigen. Then what is antibody? When a foreign thing enters into our body, I can say it is an invasion. We'll talk the virus. The virus is an antigen. So this virus, which is an antigen, which when enters into our body, our body recognizes that this virus or this antigen does not belong to me. So what really happens? We have a system, the immune system, which is a defense for our body, which protects us from any invading organism and whatever it may be. And this immune system first recognizes that it does not belong to my body. So it wants to destroy the foreign invader. For example, here is a virus. So it produces some substances, and these substances are there to protect us, to fight against this virus or the antigen. And first it tries to neutralize this organism or the antigen. If it is not possible, it will try to kill the organism so that you will not suffer from the disease. Okay, fine. So what is antigen antibody? Now we know. What really happens, the beauty of this immune system is, after killing that organism, these antibodies, which are produced by the immune system, will be circulating in our bloodstream. How long? That's a question. That depends upon various factors. Some antibodies will be there throughout your life. What does it mean? When you get this viral attack, if the antibody circulates in your body throughout your life, that means if the same virus, the same antigen enters once more, a reinfection, these antibodies will never allow them to enter. Once it enters, they will kill this antigen or the virus. That is very important. That is lifetime. For some diseases, it may be there in our body circulating for some time. After that, it may disappear. Now your question is, what about this coronavirus? We are yet to know how long this antibody will be there circulating in your body or in the blood. If it circulates for longer time, you will not get a reinfection. If it disappears from your body, then reinfection is possible. That is the importance of this after effect of an exposure. But remember, whatever it may be, this immune system remembers the organism, because first time is something like a stranger introduced to the immune system. So second time, he knows no more he's a stranger, he's a known person. So for the same antigen, the immune system will not wait, because it's a known organism. Already you have visited me, I won't forget you, so this time I will act fast. So the number of antibodies produced the next time, reinfection or re-exposure, will be very fast. Not only fast, the amount of antibodies produced will be enormous. The reason is it remembers its structure, it can produce more antibodies. This person now, if the antibodies are circulating for that particular disease, now I can say he is immune to this disease. Remember, the same concept is used in vaccination. In vaccination, what we do is we are artificially inducing a disease, the same organism. It's nothing but introducing an organism into your body and introducing this organism to your immune system. But remember, when I introduce this organism, it will not produce the disease. So I will reduce the power of the organism so that it will not produce a disease. But I make the immune system to remember this person, this virus. This is a concept of vaccination. Antibody, talk something about antibody. Every antigen has a structure, like any person having his own body structure, height, weight, circumference, all these things. These are all specific. It differs from person to person. The immune system, when it faces first time this new organism, it measures the dimensions of the organism like a tailor, and it makes the antibody to fit for the particular organism. So immune system acts like a tailor now. So this antibody will work only against that particular organism. This is the importance of antibody. This antibody will not protect other diseases. It won't even protect the organisms belonging to the same species. So every disease producing organism will have its own antibody produced by this immune system. That means the antibodies are disease specific. They will not act on other diseases. Like a shirt made for a particular person, only that person can wear, because the tailor takes measurements before he starts stitching a shirt. So it is stitched for that person, so other people cannot use that shirt. Like that only, immune system measures and produces an antibody which is only against that particular disease. So that is about antibody and antigen. So to consolidate what we have seen here, this picture will show you the relationship between antigen, antibody, their appearance, their disappearance, their presence or absence, everything. You see, there is the entry of the organism. The organism we have told antigen. The antigen enters. This organism starts multiplying. The duration, the period, entry of the organism, and up to the appearance of the clinical symptom. You call it incubation period, as you know well. Up to incubation period, there is no antibody presence. Okay. Up to the end of the incubation period, there is no antibody. Presence of this antigen is there, that virus is there. But remember, the number of virus during this incubation period is very less, so it is difficult to do a confirmatory test here. Then at the end of the incubation period, where the person starts suffering the problem, now the number of organisms, the number of antigens or virus more, so automatically the immune system responds by producing antibodies. That is the start of the clinical disease. Remember, during this clinical disease, during this duration where the person suffers from all the problems, symptoms and signs, now you will have the presence of antigen as well as presence of antibody. Either the person dies of the disease or he recovers. After recovery, he goes to the convalescence period where he takes rest. During the convalescent period, you see the antigen and antibody are both are present, but remember the number of antigen or the virus is less, but the number of antibodies is very high. At the end of the convalescent period, what happens? Even the remaining organisms, actually they are also destroyed, because the number of antibodies is more, the number of antigen or a virus is less, so automatically these antibodies destroy this. After full recovery, there is no antigen present, but his blood has got the antibodies present in enormous amount.